In 2013, a woman in rural Texas was found guilty of murder. But here's the twist: there was no weapon, no witnesses, no body. Still, she was sentenced to life. How? A letter, written by the victim, before she vanished. Let's rewind. Her name was Rachel Moore, a 32-year-old school teacher, loved by her students, kept a quiet life in the small town of Carver, Texas. She had a cat. She had a garden. She had secrets. In May 2012, Rachel didn't show up to work. No call, no message, just gone. When police arrived at her house, they found dinner half-cooked on the stove, her phone on the counter, her purse by the door. No sign of a struggle, no blood, just silence. Her boyfriend, Lena Hartley, was the first to report her missing. Yes, boyfriend. Lena was born Leonard, but transitioned years earlier. The town, not supportive. People whispered, judged, stared. But Rachel, she stood by her. Still, something about Lena's story didn't sit right. She said Rachel went for a walk and never came back. At night, in the rain, no jacket, no shoes. Police searched the woods, the rivers, nothing. Then came the twist. 2 weeks later, Rachel's best friend, Casey, came forward with something chilling. A handwritten letter, mailed to her 3 days before Rachel vanished. It read, "If anything happens to me, it's Lena. She's not who she says she is. I'm scared. Please don't let them call it an accident." Boom. Just like that, Rachel had named her killer. But here's the problem. Was it paranoia or prophecy? Detectives dug into Lena's past, and it got weird fast. Turns out, Lena had a sealed juvenile record. Arrested at 15, psych evaluation, obsessed with control, anger issues, but no adult charges, no violent history. Still, with Rachel gone, and the letter pointing fingers, Lena was arrested. In court, prosecutors leaned on one thing: Rachel's words. "If anything happens to me, it's Lena. No body, no murder weapon." But the jury believed it. Guilty. Life without parole. Case closed. Not even close. Fast forward 5 years. A college journalist named Eva Sinclair was doing a podcast on wrongful convictions. She picked Lena's case because something felt off. Eva got access to the trial transcripts, Rachel's letter, the police reports. Then, she found something no one noticed. The envelope with Rachel's letter. It had a postmark dated 2 days after she disappeared. Impossible, right? Unless someone else sent it. Eva kept digging. She tracked down Casey, the friend who handed over the letter. And Casey was nervous, shaking, sweating. She slipped and said, "I was just trying to protect Rachel's memory." What did that mean? Eva pressed harder. Casey broke. She admitted it. She forged the letter. She said Rachel had confided in her, told her she was afraid of Lena. But there was no letter. So after Rachel went missing, she wrote it herself, to make sure someone paid. Eva was stunned. But wait, it gets worse. Turns out, Rachel did have a stalker, a former student's father, Glenn Baker. He'd been sending her disturbing notes, following her after class. Rachel filed a complaint, but it was buried. The school didn't want bad press. Glenn lived just 3 blocks from her house. He was never questioned. Because once the letter surfaced, everyone zeroed in on Lena. Eva took her findings to the Innocence Project. They got Lena a new hearing. And just before the hearing began, police searched Glenn Baker's abandoned cabin. And that's where they found it. A journal, belonging to Rachel, buried under floorboards, water-stained, torn, but readable. Inside, she wrote everything. Every fear, every name. On the final page, dated the night before she vanished. "If something happens to me, please look into Glenn Baker. He followed me again tonight. I'm scared." Then, nothing. No more entries. No goodbye. just silence. And now, the question everyone is asking. Did Texas convict the wrong person based on a forged letter? And more terrifying, is Rachel still out there somewhere? Or did Glenn Baker finally silence her? If this story gripped you, don't just scroll past. Like, share, and subscribe for part 2, The Cabin in the Pines, coming soon. And tell us in the comments, do you think Lena was set up, or hiding something all along? Truth is stranger than fiction, and sometimes, justice gets it wrong.